look has got God's footprints all over it. Hi, I'm Abby Gesund, and this is the House of Midrash, our weekly interpretive drive through the Torah read in synagogues weekly. And this week we're diving through Parashat Ki-Tissa, so buckle up, bubbalet. So at the center of our parsha is the notorious collective sin of the golden calf, that fire-forged idol that the Israelites demanded be made when they thought Moshe was never coming down from Mount Sinai with those stone tablets. Moshe did end up coming down and much drama ensued, honey. But apparently, when the flock flops, the divine romantic blossoms. In a series of pleads, Moshe begs God to forgive the Israelites for their lack of faith. This deliberation is actually the inspiration for much of the liturgy from the Yom Kippur prayers. But another thing happens up there in the clouds, and that's Moshe's growing desire to meet God face to face. This dialogue is fascinating and includes God telling Moshe that no man can see him and stay alive, God professing that he can't show Moses his face, but he can show him his behind, which became the inspiration for the famous gay handshake. And when they're done talking, Moshe goes back to the Israelites and apparently has a huge boner on his forehead, which is actually the inspiration for this look, which you can also clock if you walk down the streets of Williamsburg or Mea Shearim in Jerusalem. The Midrash Tanchuma focuses on a fraction of this conversation, where God says that he will only show Moses his behind. When he will show himself to Moshe, he, God, will be standing on a rock. And the Midrash asks what that rock would look like after having the divine presence stand on it, and concludes that it would result in prolific footprints. The only thing about God's presence that one could fathom. In fact, the Midrash says that any curious set of footprints that one encounters in the wild is a remnant of God's presence. Maybe that's why so many cultures link footprints to divine presence. But at the end of the day, if you ever have plans to meet God face to face, it just might result in some cranial bulges. But don't you worry, because it'll inspire generations of religious sheep.